F to F sharp, you never know, right? Ladies and gentlemen, Michael back here. We are in the little apartment area because the barn is sweltering. Got a weeb and bob, right? Michael Phelps sends me email, says, Japan has much to offer us, including the Wagakki band. The song is amazing, would love a reaction. Good to hear from you. I don't think you're the Michael Phelps I know from Baltimore, but I got this queued up. Do not know this band. Completely, totally unfamiliar, ice cold. But totally down to try something new. Look at the crowd. Ooh, capo. Love the whole vibe of this audience. This whole scene. So epic. Look at that. Yeah. The capo, man. It's a simple. It's all arpeggiated, intricate things, but it's based on a simple 4-chord progression. Sounds diatonic. So all I'm doing right now is I'm trying to isolate the bass to figure out where we may or may not be. To me, this sounds diatonic. This sounds like we're not changing keys. So if this were to be the case, and we had a D, A, G, C, F, this makes me think we're in the key of F major, or its relative minor, D minor, and so this would, let's go with F. So this would be a 6, 3, 2, 5, 1, which makes sense. You kind of hear that 2, 5, 1. If any of this is like crazy or bizarre and you're not sure how I'm picking this up, I go through all this stuff step by step in my courses called Guitar Gates. The first link in the description. I'd love to be your teacher. But anyway, let's go. Love the rhythm parts, man. Halftime. All right, so that part that was in there before, there's so much going on. But all of these seemingly complicated things are built on a very well-known, like accepted foundation, if you will. It's a bad way to put diatonic, in key, right? So it goes to that 4, B flat, 5, 6, and then back down. And then every now and again you get this, that A, right? That third of F. So far, there's really nothing squirrely in here. And they're just building these intricate parts on top. Love the switch to the halftime feel. Totally dig that. Love the feel, like the snare is so sparse in this. But now it's back. There is so much happening. Oh my gosh, I know this is killing you guys. Sometimes when you're trying to find a note, you just have no idea what it is because it's like something you're so not used to, and you're like, wait a minute, that was totally unexpected. Sometimes you gotta audiate, right? And so like go back and try to find the pitch. I feel like it's even the wrong pitch. It's like microtones around the fifth. We've clearly modulated to the relative minor. We were clearly saying F major, like that was the vibe. It was, even though it was, you know, this is metal and it's progressive, it was clearly major. It was clearly like a happy resolution. We've switched to the logical counter argument of that, which is the relative minor, so D minor. But then there's all this microtonal stuff around the fifth. So here's your D, your fifth is A, but you got all this, like just right around it. Don't get much of it in Western music. I love this move here. So D minor to B flat. So you can think of it as a 6 to a 4 or whatever you want to look at it, but just that. Or maybe they do some type of inversion, but they're grooving. Love all the tempo changes. I really dig that. Look at everybody. What is with all the capos? That's why. So that's why he has the capo. Because like for this part, he's doing this large arpeggio tapping sequence, and he needs that reach to get the 3rd fret. And it's the only way to make it possible. Got it. Yeah. All right. So, excuse me. Obviously, I am not well versed in this music from this part of the world, right? So the key takeaways for me are this. Very heavy. Obviously, this is a rock show, right? They are into it. The crowd's into it. Love the big halftime tempo changes. They know how to have the crowd in the palm of their hand, right? Second thing is there are 2 parts to the song. There's the major part, which is clearly F major, and all of your intricate, now I didn't break them down because I don't want this to be an 80-minute video, but all your intricate moves, I imagine just are arpeggios and little connection lines for each one of those chords, D minor, A minor, G minor, C, and F. So you got a standard 2-5-1 in there, so you can hear that being led through. And then when it goes to the second part, it clearly gets dark and it goes to its relative minor. It's the obvious choice to D minor. And then you start getting in all the little microtonal stuff that you really just don't hear all the time in Western music. They incorporate a bunch of the different instruments at that point, and it really creates this, you know, this is the good part and this is the bad part. Like this is the yin, this is the yang. That's really, it all stems down to that. So, and all the different chords stay in that key. There really wasn't one thing that made me think, oh, maybe that was a modal thing there. It really seemed pretty straight down the middle. You know, this is the F major part, this is the relative D minor part. We're adding in all these little flares, but everything's built on extremely memorable chord progressions, just adding a bunch of complicated arpeggios over that, and it's just really well arranged. And I'm telling you, what makes it for me as the halftime grooves. That's it. Wagakki Band. I hope I am pronouncing your name correctly. Love it. Michael Phelps, thank you so much. And thanks to all of you who write, email, subscribe, and especially for those of you that take the extra step and subscribe and take my lessons over on GuitarGate. Again, I'd love to be your online teacher. It's the first link in the description, and that's how I make all this free stuff on YouTube possible. That's it. Thanks so much. Have a great day. Cheers. Let's find some more different stuff to do. I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it.